Introduction to Intellectual Property, IP. Now, intellectual property relates to ideas created by individuals through their own thought processes, the foundation being their intellect. They've used their brain, their thinking to create something new. The creation of a new idea is then designated ownership to its creator under laws related to patents, trademarks, and copyright. So there's a variety of subcategories of intellectual property out there which protect different types of creations in different ways. The reason behind the development of intellectual property laws was to reward creators for making an effort to develop new ideas that in turn benefit communities. We want to encourage innovation. We want to encourage new ideas, new systems, new technology that obviously in turn benefit everyone. And thus, the best way to do that is to reward the people that create them. Okay, and it's not always just financially, but it's also through ownership, recognition, all of that. Okay, and that is what intellectual property laws are about protecting. And through doing so, encourage more creation. So, what we're going to take a look at now is a variety of the different categories of intellectual property rights that are out there. Okay, so we have an idea and we've generated it. Based on the idea, we have a different type of right protecting it. So, firstly, we have that of copyright, which protects original creative works such as software programs, music, and art, giving the creators exclusive rights to reproduce and distribute their work. So I created this. I now determine how I'm going to give this to others, how much they need to pay, how they are to use it. That is all going to be written under a specific copyright for the product. And as we know, if a product is under copyright, it usually has that C symbol on it. And we know we need to refer to the product's specific copyright to know how to use it and what we can do with it in relation to the copying of the product. Secondly, we have that of trademarks. This safeguards brands and logos that are specific to companies from being used in similar formats by other companies. So I can't pretend to be a similar company that in relation to another company that is quite successful. So if I really like the store Big W and I'm going to make my own department store, I can't call it Big R or Big C. Okay, I can't call it that because it might be seen as too similar to Big W and they might target me for trademark. I also can't emulate their logo. All right, so I can't create my own version of McDonald's and it has two golden arches or maybe three or four golden arches that look very similar to the McDonald's logo because then I'd be once again going against their trademark, okay? Because clearly I am trying to make money off what their trademark is, or in turn, what my business does could be poor and it could actually detract people from the original business who was successful with that trademark. So we have to protect businesses as and protect their branding, protect their logos, so they can be the masters of their own destiny and essentially forge their own branding and obviously customer look with the public. The next area then is that of patents. This provides exclusive rights for inventors who develop new and innovative products or processes. So by exclusive rights means they're the only ones who can do it. So they've created a new way of doing things or have developed a product that does something in a specific way. Only the inventor through a patent can be the only person to develop in this area. Another company cannot copy and start also doing that practice as well if they don't own the patent or they haven't been given the rights to do so. Okay, so it originally goes to the original inventor and only they can do this new item, this new innovative way of doing things. They have exclusive rights to doing that. The next right on this list then is just domain name. And this one's pretty straightforward. The use of a specific web address, okay, the web name, okay. So I can't make a name similar to a successful company because their domain name is protected under the intellectual property law. All right, so I can't try to emulate another company because of its success. Then we have confidential information. Okay, and here we're just talking about contracts that are created, such as confidentiality agreements, which protect confidentiality agreement and outline parameters into how the actual information is to be used and what unauthorized disclosure or use may be. So how not to use it, how to keep it safe from being disclosed to unauthorized parties, and in what context can it be used in the right way, because it might need to be shared as a part of the daily work, which is the reason for having the confidentiality agreement. So confidentiality information is obviously protected under these rights as well, and we need to ensure we maintain privacy when using confidential information. Okay, then we have registered designs, which protects the visual design of a product. Once again, the way the product looks. So we've created something new, it looks a specific way. I, as a competitor to this brand of this successful product, can't make a similar looking product, okay, and then try to sell it in hopes of fooling people into buying my product, which is not the same as a successful product. So its design is distinct. We can't copy that design in order to benefit from it as well. It's designed, the way it looks, the way it's been created is also protected. So that's a big outline of those rights. The final point to point out too is IP Australia is the branch of the Australian government that is responsible for supporting and enforcing intellectual property laws. So if there is a context where any of these intellectual products rights may be breached, IP Australia would be the first point of call in Australia to contact in order to start getting ideas and support. They also might be contactable because you have created something new and you want to know how to protect your new innovative idea and receive some guidance on that. So I hope this video has given you an understanding of intellectual property and essentially the rights that are used to protect innovation in a variety of different ways.